Good morning, students. How do you do? I think you all doing well. Okay, in our last lecture of human reproduction, we learn about human male reproductive system, testis. Okay, now in today we studied about what is accessory duct and gland in human male. Okay, beta. Now we first describe accessory duct system. Okay, means the seminiferous tubules. As last lecture you know na, the seminiferous tubules they have 250 compartments with locular tubules. So the seminiferous tubules open into the vas efferentia through the reed testis. Okay, and several vas efferentia open into the epididymis as you see in the video. Okay. Now several vas efferentia open into epididymis that carry sperm outside the testis. Okay. Now what is epididymis? Epididymis is a long coiled tube present along the posterior surface of the testis, each testis. Okay. And it continue with the vas deferens that ascend into the abdomen to loop over the urinary bladder. Okay. And epididymis temporarily store non-motile and immature sperm. Means in epididymis sperm are not mature, they are still immature. Okay. And after the duct from seminal vesicle and vas deferens together to form ejaculatory duct. Okay, means they pass the prostate they pass through the prostate gland and join the urethra, and they carry secretion of seminal vesicle and sperm from the testis to the outside through the urethra. Urethra means urethra originate from the urinary bladder and extend to the penis to its external opening called urethral meatus. Means in male this urethra carry urine from the bladder and sperm from the vas deferens through the penis. Okay, so it is all about accessory duct system. Okay, means how sperm is transferred from the seminiferous tubules to the penis. Okay, and now what is the function of accessory gland and what are accessory glands in human male? If we talk about that, secretion of all these glands continuous seminal plasma, which is rich in fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. Okay, now the accessory of secondary gland include a prostate gland, 2 seminal vesicle and 2 bulbourethral gland. Means if in exam if you have a question named glands, so you have to be write prostate gland, 2 seminal vesicle and 2 bulbourethral gland. Okay, now here we first describe about prostate gland. What is prostate gland and what they secrete? Okay, so prostate gland is surround the urethra and produce a milky secretion which is form considerable part of the semen, SEMEN semen. Okay, means this secretion contains citric acid, lipid and enzyme. Secretion of prostate gland help to nourish and activate the spermatozoa to swim. As we know, sperm is motile, okay, and egg is non-motile. Okay, so swim of sperm from female vagina, it help by this secretion. Okay, means prostate gland help the sperm to be swim. Okay, as we discussed that prostate glands secrete citric acid, lipids and enzymes, and secretion of all these prostate gland nourish and activate the spermatozoa to swim. Okay beta. Now second gland is seminal vesicle. Okay, seminal vesicle secrete mucus and watery alkaline fluid. Okay, and these alkaline fluid contain fructose which provide energy to the sperm. As you know, fructose is a part of glucose, and glucose give energy for any cells. Okay, so in male reproductive system, seminal vesicle have secrete some mucus like alkaline fluid like structure which contains fructose and which provide energy to the sperm. Okay, this is all about seminal vesicle. Now we going with third gland, that one is bulbourethral gland, or also we call it Cowper's gland, COWPERS, Cowper's gland. Okay beta. Now this bulbourethral gland or a Cowper's gland are attached to the urethral below the prostate gland. Okay, now they secrete mucus fluid for the lubrication of the penis. Okay, because in time of physical activity, penis help to ejaculate the sperm in female vagina. Okay, means bulbourethral gland is helping to help in lubrication of the penis. It is a function of bulbourethral gland. So we all describe here the axillary duct system and axillary glands. In axillary duct system, we describe how sperm transfer from seminiferous tubule means or testis to penis. Okay, where we describe about the how seminiferous tubules open into the vas efferentia through the testis. Okay, and after that vas efferentia open into the epididymis, those epididymis which carry immature sperm and carry sperm outside the testis. Okay, epididymis we already discussed that it continue as the vas deferens and ascend the abdominal to loop over the urinary bladder, and epididymis store non-motile and mature sperms. Okay, in accessory gland we describe three types of gland which nourish sperm, which help him to swim, which help him to lubrication of penis. Okay, many times there are some questions really raised from these, like what is name three glands and write their function. So if you have that type of question, you have to be described. In human male there is three types of gland: prostate gland, seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland. If we talk about prostate gland, we said that it is a milky secretion. It is a part of semen and it contains citric acid. Please remember always that prostate gland contains citric acid, lipid and enzymes. Okay, and it help and nourish the spermatozoa to swim. It nourish and activate the spermatozoa to swim. This is all about prostate gland. If we talk about second gland, seminal vesicle, they secrete mucus of watery alkaline fluid that contain fructose, which provide energy to the sperm to be swim. And third one is bulbourethral gland, we also call it copper gland. Okay, and it helps in the lubrication of the penis. Okay beta, if you talk about the male external genitalia, we here only said that one is penis. Okay, it is a male copulatory organ having erectile tissue and vascular spaces. Okay, it when the male is sexually excited, this space filled with blood and causing the penis to erect, and penis is called glans penis, and this gland penis is covered with a smooth skin. We called it foreskin or prepuce. Okay, we call that skin is foreskin and prepuce. But if you talk about the membrane structure which is around in the urethra and urine surround around the penis, we call them tunica albuginea. They both are different type of question. Okay, now it is I think it's all about your male reproductive system. Here it is seminal vesicle picture you have to see over there. Okay, there is 250 compartment. There is the seminiferous tubule. This is seminiferous tubule which is curl like structure in there. Okay, okay, now it's a body of epididymis. Okay, efferentia ductless, head of epididymis, vas deferens. Okay, it is a picture of your seminiferous tubules, where you see that the seminiferous tubule pass the sperm from red testis, okay, to the epididymis. Okay, now we it's all about male reproductive system, where we talk the primary male reproductive system of male is testis. We already discussed their structure there, and here we discuss their function by the help of their accessory duct and accessory glands. Okay, now we are going with the female reproductive system. Okay, we are going with the female reproductive system. It is female reproductive system. If you talk about the female reproductive system, female reproductive system also contain primary sex organ. We call it ovary. As we earlier said, we call those primary organ which generate gametes. Okay, like testes generate sperm, that's why they called primary sex organ in male. When in female, ovary generate egg, that's why we call primary sex organ in female is ovary. If we talk about secondary sex organ in female reproductive system, here we also discuss about the accessory gland or accessory ducts. Okay, if we talk about the reproductive female accessory ducts of female reproductive system, beta, so this is oviduct, we also call them fallopian tube, and uterus, cervix and vagina. Okay, and we call about accessory gland, that there is only one gland, mammary gland. Okay, this is the picture. Here you see that there is fallopian tube. Okay, this is ovary, in below this uterine lining and vagina. Okay, now what is the function of fallopian tube? Fallopian tube help to, it is a fimbrial like structure in fallopian tube which carry the egg from the ovary in every month. Okay, if we talk about the ovary, that ovary are the primary female sex organ that produce the female gamete, ovum and several steroid hormone or ovarian hormones. Okay, ovary are located on the each side of the lower abdomen and remain attached to the pelvic wall and the uterus by ovarian ligaments. Okay, each ovary is like almond shape, and it is, if you talk about their measurement in length, it is 2 to 4 centimeter, and the outer region of the ovary is composed of developing follicles, and the middle region form the stroma which contain connective tissue, blood vessels and mature follicles. The stroma is divided into two regions, peripheral cortex and inner medulla. Okay, in next lecture we discuss what is the function of oviduct. Okay, how it catch the egg and how it is transfer the egg in fallopian tube. In fallopian tube, where is sperm and egg meet and get fertilization, how the cell divided into 2 to 8 cell stage and 8 to 16 cell stage. Okay, there we all describe the function of ovary and the structure of ovary clearly. Okay, I hope you understand this all. It is very important. If you have any query, we have doubt classes, we have Zoom classes over there. Please attend your Zoom classes, and there we discuss about your doubts. Okay, this is all about this lecture. Thank you.